All right, so we're back. It's May, and we have another Downtown Huntsville Craft Beer Trail conversation series. This month, it's really unique, though. We are at a wine shop, and you may wonder, how did we end up at a wine shop on the Craft Beer Trail? Well, that's a really interesting story we want to tell today, and it really starts with Stephanie Mell and her husband, Matt Mell, who are wine aficionados, but also realize that sometimes wine barrels are great for beer too. So tell us about how the wine shop and beer really came together early on with the Church Street Wine Shop.
So we're just so excited to be on the trail. We do sell obviously wine by the glass, and then I have a passion for wine. But I'm not afraid to say that I also have a little passion for beer. One night we were just hanging out drinking some wine, and he's drinking a Chardonnay, and he's like, this would be amazing if we could get some barrels. And we had some barrels, and we made a beer out of this. And I thought, well, that would be so unique. And we talked about it, and we thought, well, who better than straight to ale to work with, to say, hey, we just got this crazy idea. We're going to jump on board and see what we can do. So we're really excited.
Yeah. Before we talk about that beer, though, let's make really clear is that while this is called Church Street Wine Shop, there is a cooler full of really interesting craft beer. And they almost always have 3 taps of local craft beer. And so it really should be Church Street Wine Shop plus really interesting craft beer. But that'd be really long and hard to say. So the reason that they're on the trail, though, is because they work with Straight to Ale to create a custom beer. Now we know that custom beers are something that anyone else can serve all around the city, but it really originated here, and it really originated with wine barrels. So Matt, with Straight to Ale, tell us about when a wine shop calls you and says, we want to do a cool beer, but in wine barrels.
Well, we already had a little bit of a relationship already going with Matt and Stephanie, just from beer sales. And Matt called me one day and was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing a wine barrel aged beer, but I don't, what goes with that? And so we actually did some small batch sampling originally. We did a triple, we did a blonde, we did some really light stuff that really pick up the wine barrels. And then Matt came over, and I think you were there the first time, and we drank way too many samples and tasted out. And Matt finally decided that he really liked the way triple played with the barrels that we had. And it just kind of took off from there, and we went into a pretty large production. The original batch was 20 barrels, so it was quite a large batch. It's done really well.
So we need you as the official arbiter. There's a long-standing joke. The triple beer, how's it spelled correctly?
Oh gosh!
Right?
So it's actually spelled 2 different ways. It just depends on the region.
Every medium.
Trust me, every time I have to spell it, I have to when I do the tap handles or art for you guys, I always have to make sure I'm spelling it the way that you guys spell it. So I'm used to spelling it L-E, personally.
Okay.
Some people
like a
spell
baseball
it,
triple.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, there are 2 different ways.
So when you're done, Stephanie will give you a gift card for saying that because she's the L-E.
Yes.
Not been ELs, but that's okay. What's really cool, though, is that in addition to that's sold so well that you all are working with them on a new type of wine barrel beer.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
We're super excited about it, and I guess this is like the first time we're even announcing it, so surprise. We're excited to grab some wine barrels from Napa County. Well, it's from Napa County, California. It's from Stagecoach Cave Soda Canyon Vineyard, Ono Cristiani to be exact. We ordered some barrels from there, and we are now doing a triple in a Cabernet Sauvignon barrel.
Cabernet, totally same base beer, totally different flavor profile. This end it's a little bit white wine dry on the back end. This one comes out much sweeter, a little bit of almost a roast to it that we don't quite have this one. Can't wait to get it in the store.
So one of the cool things about these beers are that, some people think this beer is like kind of this working, like this is really technically interesting stuff. Like the type of beer and the type of barrel really affects the flavor profile.
Absolutely.
Tell us about when you're at Straight to Ale, when you have a customer like Church Street Wine Shop says, we want to do something different like Nectar. How do you even begin to think about what works with what?
We're really lucky. I mean, I know you guys know our brew team. We have some really passionate brewers that really are into the craft. Bob Giles, our head brewer, he's an idea guy. He has his ideas. he has a palate that you wouldn't believe. He can say this is going to pair with this. This is going to go with this. And that's kind of how we ended up with this. We started making a white wine, and Matt, you guys brought the wine, we tasted it, and we're like, this is going to play well with this style, but it's not going to go with darker. Those flavors are going to combat each other. So we're just really lucky. We have great people we work with that have amazing talent, great palates, and we'll figure that out.
So a lot of trust, right?
Yeah.
When you have great brewers locally, you can have that trust, right?
Yeah, we're super lucky here in Huntsville. I mean, I don't know. The beer trail has been so popular. I can't tell you how many people have just popped in. What's really good is when they do pop in, they're asking for our triple.
Yeah.
That's what they're super excited. A lot of them have never had a beer in a Chardonnay barrel before. We call it a buttery oaky, this is a wine drinker's beer.
It is.
Yeah, so we're excited about it. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to finish up here with 3 questions for both of you. All right, you ready? First question, what's the favorite beer style you've ever had? Let's start with Matt.
Personally?
Yeah, personally.
I'm a pale ale guy.
Really?
I like a real clean, easy drinking pale ale. That's just what I like.
All right, pale ale, what's your...
I actually like the triple. I like that, and I like high gravity beers. It's not bad to say.
No, that's perfectly fair. All right, so high gravity and pale ale, right there. Next question. What's the most interesting brewery you've ever been to anywhere? It doesn't have to be in Huntsville, it can be anywhere. Start with Steph.
So I've been really lucky, and again, of course, we're coming from wine country, so Russian River Valley.
Pliny.
Santa Rosa, California, the brew house out there. It's pretty awesome.
My all-time favorite brewery is Odell's Brewing, Fort Collins, Colorado. I love their beer. I love their passion. I love what they do. They've always got different stuff going on. It's just that's my all-time favorite.
All right, so last question. We're going to wrap it up here and talk about Church Street Wine Shop and how to find them. We're on the beach, and you're just hanging out, having a good time, or maybe you're at the lake or things like that. Everyone thinks about these big high-gravity beers, but sometimes it's fun just to have a really basic beer. What is some of the beers that Straight to Ale, and I'm going to ask you about what you have here in the cooler, but what Straight to Ale has is just these approachable beers.
So we do our stop work, we call our Southern Session Ale. Super easy drinking, light, easy on the palate. But right now, our He Ain't Hefty's out. Our German style Hefeweizen, 4.5%, super easy to drink. And we've got some other stuff in the tap room right now. We just came out with, we got Japanese lager coming out. Got to taste it today. We want to talk about light and easy to drink. That's going to probably be my go-to.
Local craft Sapporo, right? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it is.
What about y'all? Y'all, in addition, so I don't want everyone to think that you just have high gravity beers. If you want to come get a cool, really interesting tasting, tell us about some of the other beers you have.
So like you said, our taps are usually pretty high gravity beers, and that's just super fun. But we do carry an array of beers from all over local Huntsville breweries that you can come and take a look at, the Stockworks and the Yellowhammer. We do the Belgian White, that's a little lower ABV, and then it just kind of runs the gamut. We always got to come in and check. Our beer selection does change.
All right, so Church Street Wine Shop, really interesting place here. Probably the most unique. You can get wine by the glass, wine to go, beer by the glass, beer to go. Tell us, what are some of the highlights when you come to this trail stop, in addition to having the craft beer, that you could experience?
So one of the things we like to do, a lot of times when you're on the craft beer trail, depending upon if we have it in-house, and a lot of times we do. So we have beer like that on tap as well, which is barrel aged. Of course, we have a triple, which is barrel aged. So we do some kinds of tastings where we'll say, well, here you're drinking the Church Street Triple, and it's been aged with Chardonnay. Have it with Chardonnay, and see how that works out. If we're doing one of the Straight to Ale beers or barrel aged with a Cabernet, we do the same thing. We put a red wine next to it, and that is a lot of fun, and that you're not really getting anywhere else.
Well, as you can see, the Downtown Huntsville Craft Beer Trail, it's about great breweries like Matt and Straight to Ale team, but it's also about really unique craft beer destinations. And so we encourage you to check out. Remember, don't forget, there's now 2 different tracks, just like there's the SEC East and West, or the National League and the American League. Now there is the brewery store stop, which has Church Street Wine Shop on it, and there's the breweries track, I guess we're calling it, the brewery segment, which has Straight to Ale and other things. So either one, you complete the 4 craft beer stores or the 7 breweries, you get your trail bras opener. So Next month we'll be back for one of the final craft beer conversation series. We've been circulating through all the breweries, but today I'd recommend you come out to Church Street Wine Shop, have a beer, have some wine, and you have great food too. So
Yeah, we do. You know, we have a great tapas menu from the same chef that does our restaurant right up the street that we are curating, we're playing with all the time. We're about to change it up, and yeah, here's beer.
So where can they find you on? Where can they find you on social media and the internet?
So yeah, we do have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have obviously Facebook, churchstreetwineshop.com for our website. We're always updating it. We always have events. Go ahead, check it out, and join our email list.
All right, from the Downtown Huntsville Craft Beer Trail. Cheers.